evening, baseball fans, and welcome to Jack Hackman Field for tonight's non-league game between the Sparta Miller and your Marshfield Chaparrals. Tonight's game sponsor is Citizen State Bank of Oil, and we thank them for supporting Chaparrals baseball. And now here's the lineup for tonight's game. First of all, for Sparta Miller. Leading it off at first base, number 20, Tim Schneider. Batting second, at second base, number 7, Nolan Ritter. Batting third, at third base, number 36, Adam Kloss. Batting fourth, number 33, designated hitter, Dustin Warner. Batting fifth, and catching, number 40, Trevor Kastenschmidt. Batting sixth, number 12, center fielder, Josh Knoll. Batting seventh, at shortstop, number 24, Clay Langham. Batting eighth, number 16, left fielder, Tanner Oldenburg. And batting ninth, in right field, number 2, Zach Earl. Pitching tonight for the Sparta Miller is Dan Schneider. Sparta is managed by Gary Eisensee and Paul Knoll. And now, here's the starting lineup for your Marshfield Chaparral. Leading it off, the shortstop, number 4, Austin Littman. Batting second, in center field, number 21, Justin Rayburn. Batting third, number 1, left fielder, Nate McDonald. Batting fourth, at third base, number 25, Sam Schwanebeck. Batting fifth, and catching, number 5, Luke Wertz. Batting sixth.
All right, guys, here we go. Jason here with the Zaleski Sports Show, and we are live here at Hackman Field in Marshfield, Wisconsin, watching the 9-1 Marshfield Chaparrals, winners of 7 straight, take on the Sparta Millers. Of course, they're from Sparta. Running just a bit behind today as we waited for the visiting Millers to get here. They had some automotive difficulties, and we'll talk a little bit more about that here as the game starts to develop. It's just about in time here for our national anthem, so we'll do starting lineups here momentarily as we see the rest of the Marshfield Chaparrals non-starters being announced, along with Bad Boy Devin McKiskey. Been a regular here with the Chaparrals for the past couple of years. Doing a nice job here today. Mike Budke and Rich Hole are your umpires today. National anthem is here. All right, national anthem has come and gone, so it is starting lineup times here at Hackman. Brought to you by River Edge Public Golf Course. River Edge, located right here in Marshfield. Tuesday night special all summer long, 18 holes and a cart for a foursome, $80. That's a $20 bill for you, a friend, and maybe even somebody that's not a friend. But take the 4 of you out there to River Edge Public Golf Course and golf out there today. Starting with the visiting Sparta Millers, who will bat first today. At first base, Schneider. Second base, Ritter. Third base, close. Designated hitter, Warner. Catching today, Kattenschmidt. Center fielder, Canal. Shortstop, Langen. Left fielder, Oldenburg. And right field is Earl. Donnie Schneider pitching today for the Sparta Millers. For the home team, Marshfield Chaparrals. At shortstop, Austin Littman. Center fielder, Justin Rayburn. Left field, Nate McDonald. Third base, Sam Schwanebeck. Catcher, Luke Wirtz. Right fielder, Kyle Westhouse. Second baseman, Bobby Pills. First base, Jack Donahue. Designated hitter, Jason Kurth. And pitching today for the Chaparrals, number 9, Ryan Metz. So again, Sparta will go Schneider, Ritter, Close, Warner, Kastenschmidt, Canal, Langen, Oldenburg, and Earl. We got a full 9 innings of baseball scheduled here at Hackman today, as we do for every Chaparral game. Chaparrals are on a tear. Again, I mentioned before, they're winners of 7 straight, and many of those 7 wins have come via the 10-run rule. The games have ended early here for the Marshfield Chaparrals, including, well, I shouldn't say including. They did beat up 9-1, needing just a couple to seal that victory. I'm sorry, they won 9-1. Let me get my stats straight here. They won 9-1, had a chance at 11-1, couldn't push them across in the bottom of the 8th.
First baseman Tim Schneider.
So again, we will start with number 20, first baseman Tim Schneider. He'll get his first look at the beard, Ryan Metz, on the mound today. Again, thanks to our starting lineup sponsor, River Edge Public Golf Course in Marshfield, all summer long, Tuesday nights, 18 holes and a cart for a foursome, $80. That's $20 a person at River Edge Public Golf Course. And we're off and running here as ball low and inside to Schneider.
First pitch temperature tonight, 89 degrees. Feels like 99 at Balmy Jack Hackman Field.
That ball here hit to Pills, picks it, delivers over to Donahue, out number 1 for the Chaparrals.
Second baseman, number 7, Nolan Ritter.
Nolan Ritter now, second baseman for the Millers. Ball low. Sparta with more of a true red jersey on today. Chaparrals more of their original home maroon, as a strike catches the outside corner on pitch number 2. 1 ball, 1 strike. So somewhat similar. Sparta with yellow letters and Marshfield with their familiar blue lettering with white outline on the front of their jersey to tell them apart. Both with gray pants today, so pretty similar looking outfits here for both teams. 1 ball, 2 strikes. High for ball 2. Go do that. Ball there, grounded, back to Pills. Second chance of the inning, fires over, and by a half a step, catches Ritter on the ground out.
Third baseman, number 36.
Back-to-back putouts made by Bobby Pills to start the inning. So 2 quick outs brings up third baseman Close. Close looks like he goes about 6'2", maybe 6'3" with cleats on. Sees a strike on his first pitch. Metz ready, turns, delivers. Strike. Back-to-back strikes, and Metz pumping in strikes here in the top half of the first inning, and that's what the Chaparrals probably going to need to do here to continue their streak. Strike 3, swinging. Metz sits down Close, and Sparta goes down 1-2-3 in the top of the first. Chaparrals up next.
Chaparrals coming to bat.
All right, we got a couple raffles to give away for the Little Chaps Kids Run. And our first ticket, and we're going to save all our prizes at the underneath the tent at the merchandising table by Gavin and Kylie. And our first Papa Murphy's Pizza Kit goes to ticket number 854-8762. 854-8762. We got an ice cream cone at Hub City Ice Cream goes to ticket number 854-8764. 8764. Another ice cream cone at Hub City Ice Cream here in Marshfield goes to ticket number 854-8763. 8763. And a lumberyard gift card for $5 for a kid goes to ticket number 854-8756. 8756. And a Chaps Little Kids t-shirt goes to ticket number 854-8757. 8757. And adults, we are ready for a white ticket.
Bottom of the first inning, and we're back here at Hackman. Again, Chaparrals will go Littman, Rayburn, and McDonald to start the bottom of the first. As I mentioned the Chaparrals lineup in our pregame. You may have noticed a couple names missing from that lineup. Well, Lucius Messerschmidt won. We'll get back to Lucius here in just a minute. And then catcher and really offensive leader for the Chaparrals this year, Riley Erickson, absent from today's game as well. I'm being told that Riley is taking a bit of a personal leave here. We'll talk to Coach Rayburn about that during our Wheeler Chevrolet postgame show. But a personal leave of absence for offensive standout Riley Erickson. So he's out today. Wirtz behind the plate for him. First base, you heard me say a couple times there as there were 2 putouts made on 4 to 3 putouts. Jack Donahue again fielding for the Chaparrals, as he's done intermittently here in the last week and a half as he's going through some elbow problems. Solid pitcher for the Chaparrals the last couple of years, but he's been taken off the mound while his elbow recovers. And Lucius Messerschmidt missing today. Lucius over in Minnesota with his Marshfield post-54 Blue Devils. Started out the season 0-4, lost their first 4 games. Well, guess what, folks? They won their next 11 games in a row, including today, a big win over at their tournament in Minnesota. So nice job to the Blue Devils, Coach Messerschmidt and Coach Metz over there. And they'll play a couple more games yet this weekend in their Minnesota tournament. So good luck, Blue Devils. Strike there to Austin Littman. Aside from that, looks like our normal Chaparral dugout over there. Lineup and such, as we see 2 quick strikes to Littman. Again, pitcher for Sparta, Danny Schneider. Both Schneider brothers part of a West Salem football state championship here a number of years back. So they've got championship experience under their belts as they join the Sparta Millers again here this year. That ball foul out of play, headed for the light standard. Just missed the lights.
Turn off all balls to the concession stand. You'll get 50 cents.
And out of play that one goes.
At the last home game of the season, sponsored by Team Decker of Sunchi 21 Realty.
Schneider ready, shakes off the first one, agrees to the second, and the 1-2 is on its way. That ball fouled here, and looks like we'll have a play on it as the ball winds up right behind home plate, and catcher Kastenschmidt collects that one for out number 1 in the bottom of the first.
Center fielder number 21, Justin Rayburn.
Stepping in now, center fielder and manager Justin Rayburn. Strike there. So both pitchers delivering strikes here in what is a hot summer afternoon here at Hackman, and probably good theory there is pitch strikes, let your defense make outs, and get off the field in this heat. Strike there in the outside corner quickly. 0-2 here to Rayburn with 1 out, nobody on. And Rayburn will be down in his home city of Pittsfield tomorrow playing a 100-inning charity game. That ball lined out to first base. Brother Schneider there on the putout.
Left fielder number 1, Nate McDonald.
McDonald, left fielder for Chaparral, steps in. So again, Rayburn and the rest of the folks down there are going to put on a 100-inning baseball game. Starts at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning head on down to Pittsville, and you're going to raise money for the baseball team down there and have a good time doing it. It's going to be hot. It's probably going to be more hot tomorrow than it was today as they stand out there for 100 innings of baseball. So good luck to those guys tomorrow. Another strike thrown, so got quite the pitching duel, perhaps, in the making here at Hackman. Strike swinging there. And Schneider here only threw one ball so far in the inning. Metz only threw 3. The rest are strikes. 16 strikes combined for the starting pitchers through 1 2/3 innings. Low there for a ball. Or I should say through 5 outs. That is a torrid pace through the strike zone so far. See if they're able to keep that up. The 1-2 here, low, ball 2. So just as I say it, Schneider throws 2 balls. Evens the count here to McDonald. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Ball 3, so 3 straight balls now for Danny Schneider. And Metz only threw 10 pitches in the inning. In the top half, Schneider would pitch 14 here. Strike 3 called. And the Chaparrals go down 1-2-3. So both teams retired in order. We'll go to the top of the second, no score. From the family at Nasonville Dairy, thank you for watching this presentation of live high school sports. Nasonville Dairy is over 125 years in the making and has been supporting Wisconsin sports for just as long. Nasonville Dairy supports 180 family farms throughout Wisconsin and is committed to supporting local dairy farmers and all the student athletes in central Wisconsin and beyond. NasonvilleDairy.com.
Cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafaleteria, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda, Edam, and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Big shout out to our friends at Nasonville Dairy today. They've got Farm Tech Days coming up starting here in Marshfield on July 11th. Also the ribbon cutting for the new Wenzel Family Plaza. Of course, Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily. Cheese and sausage trays available for your next event. Got a graduation party, wedding, or any other special event. Contact Nasonville Dairy. See them at their store just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, or visit them online at NasonvilleDairy.com. Sparta will send designated hitter Warner, catcher Kastenschmidt, and center fielder Canal to start things here in the top of the second. Again, Farm Tech Days, big event happening here in Wood County. Again, I mentioned the Sternweiss and the Hyman Farms, the hosts, although there will be activity all over Wood County for Farm Tech Days, 11th, 12th, and 13th of July. Estimated that 30,000 people every day will attend Farm Tech Days. So an additional 90,000 people will pour into Wood County here in just 12 days' time. Amazing. Strike seen there as Metz picks up where he left off. A quick strike to Warner. High for a ball. So you get to learn all about farming, all the new technology, and it's more technology now than it is anything else. As you got all the way up to air-conditioned cabs, driverless tractors, planting schedules made months in advance, give you all the information you need to have the happiest, healthiest harvest you can ever want, and all kinds of other new technology in the farming world. And you can see it all during Farm Tech Days here in Wood County, again, starting on July 11th. And the city of Marshfield will kick things off with a ribbon cutting at brand new Wenzel Plaza. Be a band concert down there during that day as Warner hits that one to right field towards Westhouse. Donahue chasing, neither come up with it. Long foul ball drifted towards the right field fence. Down the foul line, right field foul fence. Curled all the way right and out of play. So ribbon cutting at Wenzel Plaza, that's on the 200 block, downtown Marshfield. Band concert and other festivities to take place down there, and what would be good on a day like today, as we see a ball in there to Warner, evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes, is a splash pad, and the splash pad will be active starting here in Marshfield on July 11th, so you can head down anytime. All you gotta do is push the go button and water comes out as we see another strike pumped out by Ryan Metz. Another one looking. Warner goes down.
1-0, the batter's the catcher, number 40, Trevor Kastenschmidt.
So you can head down to the splash pad starting on the 11th, all the way through the end of the summer, really into the fall. Take your kids down, take yourself down, go have a fun time splashing around at the plaza. Get yourself some lunch, bring a chair and a beverage down there, and kind of hang out, take in the sights of downtown Marshfield. Swing and a miss there by catcher Kastenschmidt. The Mets has got the Millers guessing here again in the second inning. Low for a ball. Ball up. Wirtz could have a chance at it if he gets back quick. Nope, it will be out of play. Just out of play in the third base grandstand. Actually short of the, really closer to the press box side of the grandstand than the Chaparral dugout. Landed peacefully on the step there in the grandstands. 50 cents for somebody, and they didn't have to run anywhere to get it. Swing and a miss there as the ball gets by Wirtz. That'll get all the way to the backstop. And that'll be a strikeout for Metz. But a base reached on the pass ball as Wirtz filling in for Erickson today.
1-0, the batter is the center fielder.
And Kastenschmidt reaches. Yeah, not that I'm saying Erickson would have got that one, but just of record, Erickson again taking personal leave today. And I'm told perhaps into the future here. And we'll talk to Coach Rayburn about that in our Wheelers postgame show. Find out when or if he expects Erickson back on the team. Center fielder Canal now in for Sparta, left-handed batter. That ball hit right back up the hole and all the way into left field. McDonald picks it up there, gets it back in. Sparta now with a 2-out rally in the making with runners on first and second.
Shortstop, number 24.
And actually, I've only got 1 out here. Scoreboard here in the stadium has 2. There's only stadium scoreboard to 1 on my authority, obviously. Strike there. So again, Kastenschmidt on second, Canal on first. Langen, today's starting shortstop, now up for the first time today. Sees a Metz strike on his first pitch. Metz looks back to second, fires low. High for ball 2. First time Metz has had runners on here in the game in the top of the second. Nobody reached. Sparta went down 1-2-3 in the top of the first. So Metz now pitching out of this stretch and pitches here on a 2-1 count. That ball fisted out of play for strike 2. Jammed him on the inside there, and handle of his bat. The 2-2 on its way. Off-speed pitch just high, missed just high. Chaparral dugout thought that was strike 3. Instead, it's a full count to Langen. Ball also headed down the first base line. Donahue under this one and overplayed it by about a step as it fell right in front of him. As he spun and twisted around, overran it by about a step. That ball hit up the hole into right field. Gaston Schmidt not able to make the turn at third, so Sparta will have bases loaded and bring up left fielder Oldenburg.
Left fielder, number 16.
Mets ready here with bases loaded. On the upper portion of the strike zone for strike one to Oldenburg. Chaparral's looking for a ground ball here, perhaps get themselves out of the inning. That ball hit up and out of play towards the batting cage up the right field line. Quickly 0-2 to Oldenburg. Strikeout would also work neatly here for Mets. Get the Chaparrals to 2 outs, but as it is now, 1 out. Bases loaded. Mets ready with the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Mets strikes him out on 3 straight, and an eruption here from the Chaparral crowd on that third strikeout, or that third strikeout. Pretty decent crowd here too. We'll get to our Little Sprouts Learning Garden radar here in just a moment, but it's hot out here, folks, but there's a lot of people here watching baseball tonight. And of course, the very loud cheer also helped because that was the beer batter. High ball there to right fielder Earl. And in the beer batter situation on a strikeout, every fan in attendance, buy one, get one free beer. It's half off, one or the other. Either way, it's a good deal. And as I'm saying that now, I'm seeing a steady stream of folks out of the grandstands, abandoning the 2 out scenario here for the Chaparral. Mets ready, and the 2-0. That ball grounded over to Pills. Donahue retreats back to first base. Pills over with it, and in time for the out. And again, very loud crowd here in Marshfield as Mets works his way out of a bases-loaded jam. 3 left on, no runs, bottom of the second coming up. Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
State Bank of Loyal. They're getting their branch right there on the north side of town right now.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden radar here shows almost completely clear skies. A little bit of wispy clouds moving in from the west to the east. Wind blowing real steady from center field in towards home plate, but no threat of rain today. The only threat here is hot and muggy conditions here at Hackman Field. Matter of fact, it's so hot that volcanic lava won't even come above ground for fear of being too hot. It's a true story. Little Sprouts Learning Garden located in Auburndale. I know they've got one spot open yet this summer, plus you're going to need some child care, I know, when school starts, and it's not that far away, so my advice to you is to give Little Sprouts Learning Garden a call on Monday or give them a shout on Facebook right now. I know Brooke would be happy to hear from you. She'll help get your little tyke and half pint straightened out for school time, and you send the kids back to school, lose your maybe teenage babysitter or older brother babysitter when they all go back to school. Little Sprouts Learning Garden in Auburndale is there for you. Bottom of the second for Marshfield, Schwanebeck, Wirtz, Westhouse, and Kyle Westhouse rejoining the team here in the second to last day of June. He's been
Chaparrals in the bottom of the second inning.
off the team the last couple weeks. So it makes up somewhat for the loss of Messerschmidt and Erickson tonight. Westhouse, good baseball player. Third baseman Schwanebeck steps in. He'll take his first crack at Danny Schneider. Left-handed hurler for Sparta. Hurls that one high. That one down a little lower, still too high, and a ball, ball two. Looking pretty good. That one there grounded slowly out to short. Fires over and in time does Langen. Langen had a little bit better speed there than Schwanebeck did. Able to get that ball over to first for out number one. I mentioned catching today, Luke Wirtz. Wirtz now in for the Chaparrals in the bottom of the second. One out, nobody on. Strike at the letters. Again, Schneider pretty efficient here into the second inning. He's only got 18 pitches, 12 of them for strikes. I didn't see that one. I'm going to duck out of the way there. That went somewhere. Foul, though. That's what you get for looking down at your scorebook when the right-handed batter's up and you're down the right field line here just a bit. The 0-2 on its way. Inside for a ball. Schneider ready. That ball here rocketed, oh, to second base, and a leaping catch by Ritter. Retires Wirtz. Nice play there to leap up about an extra 8 inches and snag that line drive.
Kyle Westhouse.
Right fielder Kyle Westhouse. Left-handed batter for the Chaparrals tonight. Low for a ball. Schneider looks down, looks plateward, and delivers. Foul there, just about straight back and towards the press box, just out of play. Near a grilling area, one of the vendors has set up a sponsored food stand over here and headed right for those folks. Bombs away. Swing and a miss there by Westhouse. Again, Schneider and Metz, both pitchers have these hitters off balance, chasing out in front, left behind. A lot of struggle here from the plate as both pitchers on their game so far here at Hackman. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And the Chaparrals go down now in their first 2 innings. In order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 outs in a row for the Chaparrals. Top of the third coming up, no score. V&H Automotive serves Marshfield and Central Wisconsin with new Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram trucks. Our professional staff of factory-trained sales associates and parts and service personnel are here to serve you. Our business managers use more than a dozen lenders to ensure you the lowest rates anywhere. From Marshfield to Wausau, Wisconsin Rapids to Stevens Point, or Colby to Medford, we are a short drive from anywhere for friendly service and very competitive pricing. Come see V&H Automotive today.
We'd like to thank all of our sponsors for the 2018 season. And as always, if you get a chance, please stop in and patronize them and thank them for being a sponsor of Chaparrals Baseball for the 2018 season.
And we're back, guys. Thanks for watching this live stream here as we're in the heat, and you're probably not. We'll see who's smarter here by the end of the night. Make sure to tell your friends how you found us. Send them a message on your phone, maybe on Facebook or I don't know. If you're in the old days, give them a call. Either way, let them know that we've got live baseball here for you all night long. We've got a good one brewing. No score here in the top of the third. And looks like a classic pitcher's duel in the offing at Hackman tonight. Both pitchers dealing. There's no doubt about that. How about 40 total strikes thrown in the first 2 innings? That is something.
Number 20, first baseman Tim.
Back to the top of the order for the Millers. We will go Schneider, Ritter, and Close. Schneider grounded out to Pills to start the game back in the top of the first. Sees a strike here in his second at-bat, and we're underway in the top of the third. Ball ripped over to Lippman at short. Picks it, fires all the way across the field in time for the out. Nice play by Austin.
Second baseman, number 7, Nolan Ritter.
Nolan Ritter, just like his counterpart Schneider, grounded out to Pills back in the first inning. And strike there, pumped in again by Metz. So I think that's the order of the day. Throw strikes, make outs, and let's see if somebody can squeak out of here with a 1-0 win. Ball low. Not really the atmosphere to get all worked up in a 12-10 bloodbath tonight. I don't know if anybody would have the stamina to get through that. High for a ball. The only thing that stamina may need to be thought about is on the pitcher's mound. These guys are both working pretty fast, too. See how long they're able to go, but the pace they're on now, they'll have plenty of juice here. That one grounded out to Pills, so twice in a row, Ritter sends a grounder, easily handled by Pills, over to Donnie. Adam Kloss now for the Millers. Struck out swinging back in the top of the first as Metz worked a 1-2-3 inning to start the game and fouled straight back on the ground. Strike one. Their catcher, or sorry, DH Warner here shags the foul ball, and he's going to stay on the Chaparral side as Metz is ready and fires in. That ball grounded foul right off the inside of his foot, and a quick 2 strikes to Close. Metz 1 strike away from ending the Sparta third inning in the same exact fashion he did in the first. 2 groundouts and a strikeout, and see if he can sit down Close here on an 0-2 count. Metz shakes off again. Now he agrees with the third call from Wirtz. And it goes off-speed pitch, and that is hit fairly deep into center field. Rayburn chasing and under it for the out. Nice play there by Justin Rayburn. He was on his horse out there, aided by the wind that's blowing straight in from center to home to help knock that down. And 3 straight outs for Sparta in the top of the third. We go to the bottom of the third, still 0-0.
My name is Marissa, and I just finished my junior year in college. It's time for me to buy my first car before I start my senior year and before I start my career search. I clicked on an ad for Wheelers and found a car that was in my budget. I contacted the dealership and they emailed me an appointment for test drive. Test drive day is here. The sales staff was helpful and made sure I was comfortable learning about the car. It only took a few minutes and my credit application was approved. Just a couple of quick signatures and a payment I can afford. My first time buying a car, and it was so simple. Thank you, Wheelers.
Goes to 116-6395.
Folks, do not despair if you recently got a referral from your doctor for physical therapy. We've got just what you need. Sport and Spine Clinic of Auburndale and Marshfield. We've got Brittany over in Auburndale, Mary and Ashley over in Marshfield. And if your doctor gives you that referral for physical therapy, you do have a choice. You can go anywhere you want, and that means you should go to Sport and Spine Clinic of Auburndale and Marshfield. Check them out. Nice folks over there, doing a nice job and having a little bit of fun. They make it pretty easy. Again, you get that referral, you can go anywhere. I know your doctor may say he knows this guy or that guy or she's a good friend with her. None of that matters, guys. You just call down to Sport and Spine Clinic of Auburndale Marshfield, and they will take your referral and get you back up to speed in no time. Again, bottom of the third inning, Chaparrals have went down in order thus far. So our last three batters in the lineup here, Bobby Pills, Jack Donahue, and DH Jason Kurth. We'll see what the Chaparrals can do. So far, no base runners. Perfect baseball being thrown by Sparta hurler Donnie Schneider. Swung on and missed on strike one, pitch one. Pretty easy job in the on the bases by our umpire friend Rich Hole out there. Rich was on the Zaleski Sports Show just this past week here on Wednesday. That one ripped straight foul into the parking lot. That's going to hit somebody's car. There's no doubt about that. That was fired into the parking lot. Rich, for the first time in his career, he was a 2018 state baseball tournament umpire. Worked a couple games, then worked behind the plate as Athens, the Blue Jays, won their second straight state championship. So nice job, Rich. Congratulations again on your appointment and success at the state tournament. That ball there thrown in the dirt. Pills rounding first as Schneider went over to field it. Threw over to brother Schneider on first base and fired it straight into the ground. Leaning back a little bit. He was a little bit off balance, but he threw that one easily 15 feet short of first base there, and it skipped all the way to the fence. Chaparral's in business here in the bottom of the third with Pills on second. Donahue now steps in.
First baseman, number 22, Jack Donahue.
Ball to Donahue. Schneider looks back at Pills. Pills in no position to move. That ball, though, hit over to second. Turns, fires in first in time. Donahue out. Pills over to third. Nice job by Ritter to collect himself there. That could have been disaster for another team, but a team like Sparta makes that out almost every time, and they did there. Only one out now. Designated hitter Kurth in. RBI chance now for Kurth as Pills stands currently about 83 feet away from home plate as he leads off a third. Low and outside for a ball. Knock down the ball if all possible. Sparta brings their infield in, looking to knock down anything on the ground and head home with it as Kurth swings through pitch number 2. And all the infielders right in on grass level here in the infield, looking to quickly fire it home and beat Pills to the plate if that occasion were to arise. Kurth looking to get the ball out of the infield. And that ball thrown low and with a little bit of heat on it, strike 2. Big swing there by Kurth. Sparta here would happily trade Pills as an out and send Kurth to first. I got no problem with that. And look for another low pitch here from Schneider. Well, that one high. Up and out of play. As the sky is just the right color right above me as that ball gets up. I lose a little bit of sight of it there, but that one went over the grandstand, so no danger there. Kurth staying alive. Fouled straight back and out of play, right towards A.J. Reith's field, right behind us. Again, nice job by Kurth. Seen 5 pitches. He's going to work Schneider at least to 6 pitches, and it's only a 1-2 count. Schneider shakes him off here a couple times and steps off. Schneider couldn't find the pitch he liked from Kastenschmidt. Kurth got tired of waiting and called time. Back in play now. Schneider checks Pills, fires home. High for a ball. He lost his release on that one, as may have just got iced a little bit, and if that's possible on a 90-plus degree 8:30 in the evening Friday night here at Hackman. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Pills on third. Inside, and nice job. Kurth battling here, works the count full. Pitch number 8 of the at-bat here upcoming to Kurth. Again, he's looking to get the ball out of the infield some way, somehow. Sparta infielders in, looking to cut down Pills, getting home on a ground ball. And fouled there. Kurth with a protective swing up there for pitch number 8, now pitch number 9 upcoming. The other thing that's happening here during this long at-bat is Ryan Metz for Marshfield getting a break on the Chaparral dugout, much needed break. Again, as pitchers working fairly fast, they may need to start pacing themselves as the evening goes on here in hot conditions. That ball is hit all the way to left field. Pills will stand on the bag at third. Caught there, and Pills will head home at about 80% speed, and Chaparrals are on the board in the bottom of the third. RBI for Jason Kurth.
Shortstop, number 4, Austin Lippman.
Back to the top of the order now with 2 outs. Austin Lippman. Lippman with a pop up to the back to the catcher at the bottom of the first. Gets attempt number 2 here with Schneider still on the mound. Still pitching well ahead here, 27 strikes and only 11 balls. That ball hit to Ritter at second. Over to Schneider at first. Throw just a bit wide, but Schneider with some length there, able to scoop that one in. So nobody left on. A hit. I'm sorry, no hit, 1 error. That's the error that moved Pills into scoring position at second. And 1 run will go to the top of the 4th. Marshfield 1, Sparta nothing.
Welcome to the Zaleski Sports Show. I'm your host, Rachel.
Hey, welcome to Coach on the Couch. I'm your host, Jason Zaleski.
It's time for the Zaleski Sports Show 3 to see.
I'm in the house.
I'm in the house.
He's in the house. He's in the house.
Have a great week, everyone.
Go Sports. Go to the top of the 4th here for the Millers. Designated hitter Dustin Warner. Again, I mentioned these Schneider brothers doing all kinds of stuff. They've got a bat company down in the La Crosse area, 3 Brothers Bat Company. You need a personalized bat or anything like that, make sure to go check their supply. We're happy to help out and plug a business here for one of these guys. We know they work hard and they do a lot of stuff here to make a baseball team. So we'll help them out by telling you about 3 Brothers Bats down in La Crosse. Ball there to Warner. It's quickly followed by a strike from Metz. 1 ball, 1 strike. Inside for a ball, just missed there. Again, Marshfield with a sac fly by Kurth in the bottom of the third with 1 out. Scores Pills, and that's where we are right now, 1-0. That ball hit to Schwannebeck at third. Gets it, gobbles it up over to Donahue in time. My friends up in the press box going a little goofy on that one. That was a good play. Good play by Schwannebeck. I don't know about the Zaleski Sports Show 3 to see type of play, though. We've seen a lot of good plays. That was a nice play. Good routine play there by Schwannebeck to record the first out. We move to Kastenschmidt. And that one high, but Kastenschmidt's a little taller than most. Could have been a strike. As the strike zone is supposed to go with the height of the player. That one apparently just missed that one, though. He's right in there. Missed on the first one then by probably about 3 inches too high, if that's the top of the strike zone in pitch 2. 1-1, 1 out. Strike there on the off-speed pitch, and again, Mets working quick and working efficiently here into the top of the 4th inning. 49 pitches thrown, pitch 50 on the way, and 34 have been strikes. Low for a ball. Mets on the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Ryan Metz rings up another strikeout.
2 outs, and the batter is the center fielder, number 12, Josh Noel.
Canal now in. One ball. No strikes here with 2 outs. Top of the 4th. Strike there. Strike there, or ball there, just low. My apologies. And 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th inning for Sparta. Grounder and a strikeout. Strike there. Metz quickly gets back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here with 2 outs and nobody on for the Millers. Metz stretches back, now leans into it. That ball ripped down the right field line and foul. Canal out ahead of that one there by about a half a second too soon on that one, and ripped it straight down the right field line, and a left-handed batter does that. You know, he was just a little bit ahead, a little bit anxious for the 2-2. So we'll do the 2-ball, 2-strike pitch all over again. Here it is. Off-speed pitch that time, chopped to Schwannebeck at third, jumps forward over to first, late. And Donahue off the bag also. So nice hustle up the line there by center fielder Canal, and Sparta with a base runner here in the top of the 4th with 2 outs.
Shortstop, number 24, Clay Langham.
Strike there as Metz already with 4 strikeouts. 3 2/3 inning. We're looking for strikeout number 5 here, perhaps, on Langen. That ball fouled to the backstop. Quickly 0-2. Again, Metz been able to work the count quick to 2 strikes here with most of these Sparta batters. Big reason why Sparta sits on a 0 here on the top of the 4th. Metz checks the runner at first, fires home, strike 3 on the outside corner looking. Strikeout number 5 for Ryan Metz. That leaves Canal stranded on first. Bottom of the 4th coming up, Marshfield leads 1-0. Chili Implement, located just north of Highway 10 in Chili. is your place for Kubota zero-turn mowers. If your lawn is big or small, we have all the lawn care solutions for you. Check out our 60-inch deck. Kubota powerful, precise, proven. Chili Implement is your choice for Kubota, Case IH, and Gale. Chili Implement, open 6 days a week to serve you. Chili Implement. Chili Implement, located just north of Highway.
Goes to 116-6547.
V&H Automotive in Marshfield, located just north of Marshfield on Highway 97. V&H Auto, a short drive from anywhere. Got a great inventory up there at their location on Highway 97. Just visited there earlier today. Talked to my friend and yours, Todd Barton, make sure everything was honky-dory over there at V&H, and it is. They're running a tight ship over there, doing all kinds of stuff, and making sure they've got that Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep all ready and priced right for you. You can visit them again in person on Highway 97, just north of Marshfield, or vnhautos.com. V&H Auto, a short drive from anywhere. Bottom of the fourth, we will go Rayburn, McDonald, and Schwanebeck for the Chaparrals. Rayburn retired on a line drive out back in the second inning, right to first base.
For the Chaparrals in the bottom of the fourth inning, leading it off is the center fielder.
Rayburn, a solid hitter for the Chaparrals this year. Doesn't bat for a whole lot of power, but he's able to control the ball off his bat and almost place it just about wherever he needs to. Very intelligent, as they say, cerebral baseball player is Rayburn, and it's also why he's the coach of this team. That ball grounded up the middle towards Ritter. Ritter with it. Over in the dirt to Schneider. Schneider rolls and hangs on the ball for an out. The ball was there in time, and with the Schneider's foot on the base before he rolled around with the ball in his glove. So out number one for Marshfield. McDonald up now. He struck out looking back in the second. One of only 2 strikeouts for Schneider, but Schneider again throwing strikes all over the place here. And technically still with a no-hitter, even though he's lost the shutout. I'm not sure. That's what our stadium scoreboard shows. I had Pills with a hit on that one. As Ritter with a diving play fires over to Schneider, and that is a Zaleski Sports Show 3 to see.
Great play by the second baseman.
Nice play there by Ritter. Diving stop to his right, jumps up and fires over to first in time to catch the speedy McDonald. So as I was saying, Pills, well, it probably was an error now that I think of it. So, yeah, they are working on a no-hitter but no shutout. Interesting, unique scenario there as Pills reached on an error by the pitcher just last inning. Tough play, though, still. I'll still say that for Danny Schneider. Still a tough play as he was ranging backwards and to his right, and as a left-handed thrower, he had to get a lot of spin and momentum to throw that ball over to first, and really never got the momentum. And as a result, fired that ball into the ground about 15 feet short of first base. So technically an error. Nice play still, though, by Schneider. Nice effort to try to record the out by Pills. But as it was, Pills got to second on the throwing error. And then later scored as that one is driven deep to left field. Going back for it. And foul. Just foul. As Schwanebeck challenged for his first home run of the year, and it just missed by about 8 inches down the left field line. That ball had home run written all over it as it left the bat. But that wind now is pushing almost straight first to third, and I'll tell you, he missed by about 8 inches down the line. It was close, yeah. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now. High for ball 2. As the wind has shifted, it started blowing from center into home, and it has shifted right field out towards left field, and that contributed to pushing that ball foul. The 2-2 by Schneider in the dirt low, full count. That ball was challenging the foul pole pretty much from the time it left the bat. It was going. Strike 3, and Schwannebeck knew it right away as he spun and turned. So 8 inches from a home run and turns into a strike that caught the outside corner by about 3 inches. And he goes down looking. No hits, nobody left on, no runs. Top of the 5th, Marshfield 1, Sparta nothing.
We have Dave, who's a repeat offender. Remember Dave a few weeks ago?
From the family at Nasonville Dairy, thank you for watching this presentation of live high school sports. Nasonville Dairy is over 125 years in the making and has been supporting Wisconsin sports for just as long. Nasonville Dairy supports 180 family farms throughout Wisconsin and is committed to supporting local dairy farmers and all the student athletes in central Wisconsin and beyond. NasonvilleDairy.com.
Cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda, Edam, and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Oh, the famous Marshfield Chaparral t-shirt, frozen t-shirt contest, not to be confused with the wet t-shirt contest. That would be a different type of baseball game altogether. The event crew here for the Chaparrals, they kind of fold up and ball up a t-shirt, dip it in water, and then freeze it overnight. And then the contestants attempt to peel apart the t-shirt. The first of the 2 contestants to peel it apart wins a free shirt, so whatever that's worth. I did that a couple of years ago, and they were more frozen than these guys' shirts were, and that could have a lot to do with it still being 90-something degrees right now. But I tried to tear it apart with my fingers, and the next morning I couldn't feel my fingertips. It was they were so shredded from peeling apart that frozen solid shirt. These guys got it done in record time, and I'm going to say aided by the heat and humidity here at Hackman. Good stuff here, good entertainment, great baseball being played, aside from the 9-1 Chaparrals. Good entertainment here, nice family atmosphere at Hackman for these Chaparrals games. As that one's chopped to Schwannebeck, he settles under it. Easily over to first for the out. But all kinds of things being done here to keep the audience engaged. As you see this at amateur ballparks and college ballparks all over the country. As the speed of life maybe has quickened up, the speed of the game has not. So a lot of these organizations do these in-between inning contests and games to keep things spiced up and livened up. People now more choices than ever on how to entertain themselves. So for the ones that come here to the baseball game, and free admission here, that's one of the draws for the Chaparrals. And they also give you some fun stuff to do in between innings with games and contests and audience interaction, spectator interaction. Back-to-back strikes quickly to Earl. Metz rears back and heads to home with it. Ball up and out of play, and again, I got no visual of these balls coming up and over me here at all. Just the way that the dusk has settled in and the humidity and the color of the ball, tough to get an eye on it. Trevor, you able to see those balls? No, you can't see them either. Tough to see. Too high for a ball there, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. Darkness will prevail here soon, and then we'll be able to see those balls coming in a little bit better. That ball hit up and out of play somewhere as well, out towards the parking lot. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. How about strikeout number 6 for Ryan Metz. Holy man. Some of the Chaparral faithful here complaining that it was one batter too late for the beer batter. Well, I don't think Metz cares much about that right now. Back to the top of the order now. Tim Schneider with 2 outs here on the top of the 5th. Metz delivers, low and outside for a ball. A couple ground outs by Schneider. 1 to Pills and 1 to Lippman. Makes up his first 2 at-bats. Swing and a miss there. Off-speed pitch, misses high. Ball is foul. Looks like Wirtz may have a chance to get under this one. Range is over and underhands it for out number 3. So as Wirtz was headed towards Schwanebeck with his glove up, at the last moment switched to an underhand formation with the basket catch. And that retires the Millers in order here in the top of the 5th. Score remains Marshfield 1, Sparta nothing. Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
6636.
Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids with specials daily, including the famous Chips Champ. If you're looking for a place to take your team after the game, after work, or this weekend, take them to Chips Hamburgers. In a hurry, drive-thru's got the same great menu at Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids. And got our friend Steve Maves down in Wisconsin Rapids today checking out baseball. He'll have highlights of Post 9 Wisconsin Rapids Rangers. Those will be available on Zaleski Sports Wisconsin Rapids tomorrow, Saturday, June 30th. And then, of course, highlights of this Sparta Marshfield game will be available at the Mothership, Zaleski Sports Show on Facebook. Also tomorrow, both highlights available at the website zaleskisportshow.com. So check out those highlights tomorrow and any others that you want right now, including the game I talked about that happened here on Wednesday with the flying of the Black Hawk helicopter. You can watch the full game on YouTube, or you can do a quick 4-minute highlight and get to the bottom of the story right on zaleskisportshow.com. Catcher Luke Wirtz made the last out in the top half of the inning, gets first crack at Schneider here in the bottom of the 5th. See if the Chaparrals are able to take defensive momentum and turn it into offense. Ball there missed high for ball 2. Baseball, like any other sport, is a game of momentum as well, and one way momentum occurs in baseball is a nice defensive play to end the inning and then transition to offense as Wirtz sends that one. One hops off the wall. Wirtz rounding first, and he's going to head into second with a stand-up double to start things here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Right fielder number 8, Kyle Westhouse.
A couple deep drives here. And back-to-back batters for the Chaparrals, bottom of the 4th. Schwanebeck sent one over the wall in left field, missed a home run by about 8 inches. And the very next batter here for the Chaparrals in the bottom of the 5th, their next batter in the batting order, Wirtz, sends a one-hopper off the left field fence. Bunt here by Westhouse, catches Sparta napping. Nobody able to get there in time for the outs. Again, Sparta caught napping on the bunt by Westhouse, and now Marshfield runners on the corners with nobody out.
Nobody out. The batter is the second baseman, number 3, Bobby Hill.
Again, I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Kyle Westhouse, a good baseball player. And he showed it there, his baseball acumen, where he saw a Sparta defense kind of laid back a little bit. He dropped one down and dropped a beauty of a bunt right down the third base line. That one sent sharply out of play into the parking lot. Probably through somebody's windshield. I know a couple folks who would fix that. Give me a call, I'll help you out. Or just send a message into Zaleski Sports Show on Facebook and help you get your window fixed. I know a guy. Strike there on the inside corner, so no balls, 2 strikes. Quickly here to Bobby Pills. Again, Pills scored the game's only run 2 innings ago in the bottom of the 3rd. See if he can cash in on an RBI here in the bottom of the 5th. Off-speed pitch, got him chasing there, and strike 3 to Pills.
Batters the first baseman, number 22, Jack Donahue.
First out of the inning is Marshfield still with runners on the corners. Wirtz on third, Westhouse on first, Donahue in. Chops that one straight to short there, over to second for 1. Ritter quickly over to first. Double play, Sparta prevents the run. Nice play there at the Keystone, going 6-4-3 to put an end to the Chaparrals. In the bottom of the 5th, score remains 1-0. V&H Automotive serves Marshfield and central Wisconsin with new Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram trucks. Our professional staff of factory-trained sales associates and parts and service personnel are here to serve you. Our business managers use more than a dozen lenders to ensure you the lowest rates anywhere. From Marshfield to Wausau, Wisconsin Rapids to Stevens Point, or Colby to Medford, we are a short drive from anywhere for friendly service and very competitive pricing. Come see V&H Automotive today.
We're back.
Patty Hazenbank, I know you're out there. Patty's a big-time baseball fan. Actually, I think she may be on vacation today. Even more reason why I think she's probably watching right now. And you should take a look at Patty Hazenbank's Facebook page right now. Patty Hazenbank, Century 21, Consider It Sold. And her featured property at 900 West 5th Street in Marshfield. It's a 5-bedroom beauty. And that's not all. Very nice kitchen at 900 West 5th Street. Good space and lawn for the kids. And how about this, folks? A billiards room right in the house. So after a day at work or a long week of hustle and bustle, come on home and play some pool with your kids. Maybe invite a couple friends over. Maybe even transition the pool table into a poker table, or maybe a Tupperware table, or how about this? I don't know, a 31 bag. Is that a thing? 31 sale? I don't know. Sell a purse or something. Not that up on those things. I don't have any of those in my collection, but I know you do. And if you do, you should give Patty Hazenbank a call about 900 West 5th Street, or give her a message on Facebook. Patty Hazenbank, Consider It Sold. Grounder over to Littman, all the way over to Donahue for the out, and the putout made quickly on Ritter, who contributed outs 2 and 3 there in the bottom of the 5th. Gets a ground out over to Littman, and 1 down in the top of the 6th for Sparta. Go back to third baseman Close here. Hit a deep fly out to Rayburn in center field. That ended the inning for the Millers a couple innings ago. 1 out here. Off-speed pitch high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outside, ball 2. that ball. I caught that one the whole way. So first time now able to see this, and another car is going to have a dent in it out there in the parking lot tonight. The parking lot has been under attack here at Hackman all night long. And there aren't enough ball turn-ins for 50 cents to pay the cost of a new windshield out there. That one chopped foul right to the Chaparral dugout. Nice pick off the fence there. Mets now starting to rack up the pitch count. This will be pitch number 80. Comparatively speaking, Schneider only had 56. Swing and a miss, though. How about strike 7 for Ryan Metz? So on the 80th pitch, Metz with his 7th strikeout of the night. And he is doing work as he works over Sparta and treating the visiting Millers rudely as they ventured late into Marshfield today. I mentioned that in the pregame. They had some bus troubles as they were headed out of Sparta. Got to Fort McCoy and had to turn it around, and everybody had to jump in their personal cars and drive up here to Marshfield. So we started about, well, all things told, only about 20 minutes late. Sparta, not much of a warm-up here. I don't believe they took infield. They just came in and got loosened up, and off we went. And due to no fault of their own, mechanical troubles on a bus. And nothing you can do about that except, well, like they did, get back to Sparta, hop in your own car, and head up here to Marshfield. Strike there at the knees, strike 2. So they got here a little late. Again, they did some casual warm-ups out in right field, got their arms loose, didn't take infield, and then before you know it, we're off and running. So what we easily could have been 40, 45 minutes late on the start, we're only 20 minutes late due to some of the skipped pregame activities by Sparta. But they're fully warmed up now. Here we're in the top of the 6th, just about 2/3 way through this game. And as I thought here back in the first inning, this was a pitching duel of any I'd ever seen. That one there fouled down past the third base coach. Saw a pitching duel coming the whole way, especially after that first inning. That was, you could just see it from a mile away, and I didn't even have to look a mile as I'm about 30 feet from home plate here. I could see it, and we're in it right now. Again, the only thing that prevents that pitcher duel from continuing on is the heat and humidity here. We'll see how far these guys can go. Metz now, again, he's going to come up on 90 pitches here maybe by the end of the inning, because that one is hit up the middle, and designated hitter Warner with a hit.
Catcher number 40, Trevor Kastenschmidt.
Trevor Kastenschmidt now, he's 0 for 2. He's actually struck out twice, but on his second strikeout, a pass ball allowed him to advance to first. So one of those 7 strikeouts for Metz actually turned into a base runner. Happens every now and then in baseball. That's just one of those rules on a strike 3. Catcher's got to collect the ball in his mitt, otherwise batter's free to run. That one here is hit straight to left field, right at McDonald, and Adam for out number 2. So strongly hit by Kastenschmidt, but leaves one on after one hit. We know go now to the bottom of the 6th. It's still Marshfield 1-0.
My name is Marissa, and I just finished my junior year in college. It's time for me to buy my first car before I start my senior year and before I start my career search. I clicked on an ad for Wheelers and found a car that was in my budget. I contacted the dealership and they emailed me an appointment for test drive. Test drive day is here. The sales staff was helpful and made sure I was comfortable learning about the car. It only took a few minutes and my credit application was approved. Just a couple of quick signatures and a payment I can afford. My first time buying a car, and it was so simple. Thank you, Wheelers.
578-6578. And our Citizen of the Bank is our sponsor tonight, Up Loyal.
Again, make sure to stay tuned for the Wheelers Chevrolet postgame show. We'll talk to Coach Justin Rayburn, and depending on the outcome, perhaps we will choose a Chaparral player of the game. All that comes up at the conclusion of today's game on the Wheelers Chevrolet postgame show. Wheelers with 7 locations across central Wisconsin, 5 dealerships, and a duo of service centers for all your needs. And for your car shopping convenience, WheelersGM.com. That all comes up again on the Wheelers Chevrolet postgame show. Paid attendance just announced here in Marshfield, and I'm pretty sure he said 28,000. Looks pretty close to that. Announced attendance on Wednesday for Military Appreciation Night was 85,000, and so as I look around, that's about that percent difference, whatever that fraction is from 85 to 25, so I'd say that's about right. It's a good calculation anyway.
44, Jason Kurth.
Chaparrals will go Kurth, Littman, and Rayburn in the bottom of the sixth. Kurth with the game's only RBI. That happened back in the bottom of the third inning as he hit a fly ball to left field that scored Pills from third. Only scoring of the game. Again, we've got a pitcher's duel, if you've ever seen one, going on here at Hackman tonight. Mets maybe in a little bit of a pitch count situation. Schneider not at all. That was only his 57th pitch there of the game. Been very efficient. 39 strikes, 18 balls. Pitching to contact is Schneider. Ball high there, whereas Mets been a little more finesse. I don't want to exaggerate that by any means. I mean, if I put a number on that, he maybe is 3% more finesse than Schneider. He's just pitched a few more pitches, but 7 strikeouts for Mets, 2 for Schneider. That ball hit foul straight back. Two balls, 1 strike. Again, 7 strikeouts. That's a big-time effort by Ryan Metz, and as I mentioned a couple times here, probably the biggest reason that Sparta sits on 0 here in the bottom of the 6th inning is a diving stop there by Close. Fires high over to Kurth. Kurth is going to turn and head to second, and he will be in on the overthrow there. So E5 by Close. He may have been better served just to hang on to that ball. So Kurth over to second. Again, Close probably better off just hanging on to that ball. He made a nice diving stop to keep the ball in the infield. Kurth not exactly fleet of foot. He wasn't going to make it to second even if that ball rolled into left field. So Close really had 2 options. Is one, just let the ball go through. And the bunt put down here by Littman as he's off the base. Kurth is going to round third and head to home on the overthrow. Littman over to second. Chaparrals 2-0. So back-to-back errors by Close, and damage done there single-handedly by the Sparta third baseman as he fired that ball clearly over Schneider's head. Tom Schneider there at first. Kurth, again, as I was mentioning, not exactly fleet of foot, but that ball was thrown so badly, Kurth easily cruised around third and headed home. Again, as I was saying before the Littman bunt, Close had a couple options to really keep things sane here in the bottom of the 6th inning on that hit by Kurth. What he could have done is just, he was already diving, catch the ball, and just keep Kurth at first. He could have let the ball go through. Kurth was not going to make it to second anyway. Instead, he did neither. He threw wildly and awkwardly over from third. Poor throw, missed, and then up against the fence, allowed Kurth to go to second, and on the very next pitch, Littman lays down a bunt, and again, it's Close, firing wildly to first, scoring Kurth all the way from second, and Littman advances to replace him at second base on the air, so it's still runner at second, nobody out, and it's 2-0 Marshfield. Justin Rayburn now looking to move Littman along. Could see another bunt put down here. We'll see what happens, and that may have been what the mound discussion was about. It also could have been to scold Close over there as he was monkeying around on back-to-back hitters, throwing the ball all over the infield. time was called there, I think by somebody in the infield, and not really sure why. Ball's put back in play here, so Schneider ready now on his first offering to Rayburn. Outside for a ball. Low for ball 2. In the grand scheme of things, not exactly damage done that you can't recoup from. It's only 2-0. So if you're Sparta, you're still plenty in this game. It's only the bottom of the 6th. They've got 3 at-bats likely coming to them here in this, what has turned out to be a fine pitcher's duel between Schneider and Metz. That ball here hit to the right side of the infield, so job done by Rayburn. Moves Littman over to third on the ground out.
Number 1, left fielder, Nate McDonald.
Nate McDonald now comes up, strikeout and a ground out so far in this game. He's got a chance now for an RBI with the speedy Austin Littman standing at third. Anything out of the infield should score him, and the infield is going to come in now again for Sparta. They'll match up with the grass in the infield. Look to gun down Littman. That'll be an interesting play at the plate as Littman can fly. If it were to happen, McDonald fires the first one back foul. As far as an exciting sports play would be concerned, a ground ball would be very exciting right here. Chaparrals, though, probably don't want exciting. Probably neither team does. That ball misses outside. Both teams probably hoping for something routine here. Sparta like a nice routine out of McDonald, and Chaparrals like a nice routine hit or fly ball by McDonald. See what happens. Inside for ball 2. Chaparrals haven't had a tight game like this, really, during their 7-game win streak. By far the tightest game they have entered in during this stretch, as that one got away from Schneider. 3-1 now to McDonald. Trying to hook that ball in, put a spin on it, and he just missed it on the release. Coach came out and asked if he was okay, and said he was fine. I just think he just missed on the release of the ball there. So 3-1 now to McDonald. Littman still at third. Schneider steps off as Littman got in his line of sight over there. And the 3-1. High for a ball and a walk. Issued now by Schneider. His first walk of the game.
Number 25, third base.
McDonald rounds first. Kind of smiles as he does, as Schneider was frustratingly looking and longing towards center field. McDonald would have came into the division there at some point, but Littman danced around on third. There was nothing doing there. Schwannebeck now, who just missed on a home run his last at-bat, comes in now. Runners in the corners, only 1 out. And 4 straight balls now thrown by Schneider. Outside, ball 2. Just about done. He could be gassed here again. It's hot and humid out here. That was one of the things we talked about as the game has wore on here, is how much effort these pitchers will be able to put in on a day like today, and Schneider looks done. We'll see what happens here on the 3-0, but 6 straight balls by Schneider, and after that one, he looked at the dugout like he was done. Find out here, the 3-0 to Schwannebeck. Strike there as catcher's indifference sends McDonald down to second. As my friend Bob Euchre used to say about catcher's indifference, in other words, who cares? Infield comes back in now with runners at second and third. 3 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. So Schwannebeck now has got the count in full. He was in in the driver's seat here at 3-0. Saw a strike, took one 2 pitches ago on the last pitch, swung and missed. Again, full count, 1 out. Littman on third, McDonald on second. Here's the pitch. That ball into right field. Littman will easily score. McDonald makes the turn from third. He'll head home easily. And a 2-out RBI for Sam Schwanebeck makes it Marshfield 4, Sparta nothing.
Stolen base comes in. All right.
2-run single by Schwanebeck.
So 2-run single there, 2 RBI single by Sam Schwanebeck after he just missed a home run in his previous at-bat. Comes through here with a couple RBI, brings up catcher Luke Wirtz. Strike there. Wirtz 1 for 2, singled. I'm sorry, doubled an inning ago. Strike there. So 2 quick strikes by Schneider. Puts Wirtz in an 0-2 hole. And Schneider looked a little gassed there, and Schwanebeck able to get one out of the infield. Rip that one. That one hit hard to third base. Close there. Bobbles it. Wirtz hustles down the line, and he's out by a half a step. Wirtz was in top speed there, headed down the line, and just missed it by a half a step. As close, and that ball hit his glove, popped out, hit the ground. He had to regather, threw over to first in time. Schwanebeck over to second on the putout. And that brings up right fielder Kyle Westhouse. Westhouse gets out of the way of that fastball. Struck out looking, and a single. He's 1 for 2 today. Chaparrals worked up 5 hits in the last 2 innings. We had for a moment there, we had a non-shutout no-hitter going. Well, that is distant memory now, as that ball is straight back out of play. So no need to worry about a statistical anomaly with a non-shutout no-hitter. Chaparrals with 5 hits, 4 runs. Sparta 4 hits of their own, no runs. 2 outs and the 1-1. In the dirt low, and Schwanebeck will scamper down to third as a wild pitch thrown by Schneider. So Schwanebeck still on third. No big difference there between second and third with 2 outs. He's just a little closer to scoring. Westhouse still needs to get a hit to score him. That ball popped up and will be just out of play. That hit right before the beer trailer there. Thank goodness didn't take out the beer. 2-2, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. Chaparral's already with 3 runs here in the bottom of the 6th. Schneider looking to put an end to the inning. High for a ball, full count. Full count now. Normally the runner would get a head start, but Schwanebeck, in the event of a walk, is not going to get too much down the line there at third. Is that one inside for strike 3 called on the inside corner. Westhouse skipped out of the way as he backed off the plate. Strike called though, and that puts an end to things here in the bottom of the 6th, but not before 3 hits and 3 runs by the Chaparrals. We go to the top of the 7th. It's Marshfield 4, Sparta nothing.
Welcome to the Zaleski Sports Show. I'm your host, Rachel.
Hey, welcome to Coach on the Couch. I'm your host, Jason Zaleski.
It's time for the Zaleski Sports Show 3 to C.
I'm in the house. I'm in the house.
He's in the house. He's in the house.
Have a great week, everyone.
Go Sports! Again, mention some of the in-game entertainment here at Hackman put on by the Chaparrals. They do a golf contest, chipping contest here every top of the 7th, and Len here from Marshfield hit the pool in his first swing, wins $1 million, I think. We'll find out what the prize here is. I'm pretty sure it's $1 million.
The record is 2, Len.
While we wait for that, Sparta will go Canal, Langen, and Oldenburg in the top of the 7th. As Len here almost just hit another one in the pool. His last ball here will be sent skyward towards the swimming pool. And that's going to be a bit deep there. Looks like Len there is giving his $1 million check, and he's going to head off the field.
Final score in the Brewer game.
Nice job there.
Milwaukee 8, Cincinnati 2. Final score.
If you've been watching World Cup soccer, action starts again tomorrow as they go to tournament-style play. Call it July Madness, very similar to March Madness. They're in the Sweet 16 right now, so the top 16 teams in the world will battle for the coveted gold trophy for the World Cup. That all kicks off tournament-style play tomorrow. We look across the major leagues. Games in action right now. Washington 12, Philadelphia 7. Chicago White Sox 1, Texas Rangers 11, Braves 1, Cardinals nothing. That's in the top of the 7th. San Francisco, Arizona just got started. They're in the 3rd. Giants up 1-0. We'll skip to a couple final games. The Cubs took down the Twins 10-6. Angels over the Orioles 7-1. Yankees over the Red Sox 8-1. Blue Jays over the Tigers 3-2. Marlins over the Mets 8-2. Rays 3, Astros 2. And we see a hit there by Canal. Gets the Millers started here in the top of the 7th. He is on base for the 3rd time today. He's 3. Brewers with 33 losses, Cubs with 35. Some average baseball happening in the NL Central right now. Brewers last 10, they're 5-5. Cubs are 4-6. Cardinals are 5-5, and Pirates are 3-7. So nobody running away from anybody there, and I think that it's going to spell bad news for the Brewers here. Is they're not able to take advantage of some below-average records here by the Cubs and Cardinals. I still think those two teams are better than the Brewers. Brewers in first place, though. Can't take that away from them yet. Check with me after the All-Star break. Mets throws back over to first as he begins his 7th inning of work. That ball not far enough as Schwannebeck backed him up, tempting Canal to leave first, but he did not. 90 pitches now for Mets as he works here in the 7th inning. Ball hit into right field. Westhouse under it for the out as he charged in to collect that mostly line drive by Langen into right field. Oldenburg now in for Sparta. He's 0 for 2 today. Strikeout, ground out. Ball hit right back to Westhouse. He's going to move about 1.5 steps in, and he'll take that one. So back-to-back flyouts to right field, or back-to-back outs now for Sparta.
Right fielder number 2, Zach Earl.
Zach Earl now. He's 0 for 2, ground out and a strikeout under his name today. 2 outs, runner on first here in the top of the 7th. Ball hit sharply into right center. That'll get down for a hit. Rounding second is Canal. He'll come into third. Now runners on the corners after a nicely placed ball there by Earl into right center field.
Tim Schneider.
Tim Schneider here, 0 for 3 today. A couple ground outs and a flyout for the leadoff hitter, Tim Schneider. See if you can get Sparta on the scoreboard here as Schwannebeck boots that one as he charged in, and that'll score the first Sparta run on the E5. Canal will come in to score. Sparta on the board. Runners now first and second, 2 outs. So that error there, 2 outs, costly for Marshfield. Tough play though for Schwannebeck. They had to charge in to get that one. Unable to come up with it as he lost it just off, bounced off his right leg and into foul territory, but after he contacted it in fair territory. So Sparta on the board now. It's 4-1. That one hit into right field. Westhouse charging, diving, sliding, and out. Ritter slams his helmet down on his way up to first. Frustrated on that. So all 3 putouts there by Westhouse in the top of the 7th. Sparta does score. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Marshfield for Sparta 1. After 10 in Chile is your place for Kubota zero-turn mowers. If your lawn is big or small, we have all the lawn care solutions for you. Check out our 60-inch deck. Kubota powerful, precise, proven. Chili Implement is your choice for Kubota, Case IH, and Gale. Chili Implement, open 6 days a week to serve you. Chili Implement.
We're back. By Gavin behind the tent with the merchandise table, and tonight's game sponsor of the evening is Citizen State Bank, the bank of life's biggest decisions. Locations in Loyal, Neelsville, Granton, Spencer, and in Marshfield. For us, they have a Citizen State Bank cooler, an umbrella, a deck of cards, and Arby's gift card. Goes to white ticket 116-6430, 6430. You can also get that one underneath the tent by Gavin.
New pitcher in for Sparta as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Sparta didn't give me a roster, so all I got is player 42 out there on the mound for Sparta. Takes over for Schneider, who pitched 6 complete. 4 runs, not only 1 earned of those 4. The rest scored by error by Sparta in one way or the other. So Schneider leaves the game, 42 is in. Marshfield will go Pills, Donahue, Kurth here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Again, Marshfield pitcher Ryan Metz finished up there his 7th inning of work, 7 strikeouts, and just on 96 pitches, so he stayed under 100. We haven't seen any action in the Chaparral bullpen, so we'll see what happens here with a 4-1 lead. I know Sparta can score in bunches, though, so I don't know. I'm sure Coach Rayburn's got a plan, and we'll see what it is soon.
Leading off the bottom of the 7th.
Pills 1 for 2, single, and a strikeout swinging on his night tonight. And the first pitch, high for a ball.
Everybody clap your hands.
Strike there on the inside third. Here's the 1-1. That one grounded to short. Long throw by Langen, and he is out as Pills by a half a step thrown out by Langen over to Schneider. Pretty good infield plays here by both teams tonight. Good defense all the way around. This has been a solid game. Very impressed here by both teams tonight. Marshfield coach Justin Rayburn warned us about Sparta. He said they're a good team, and I concur. It's a good ball club out here. Travel all the way up here in Marshfield in the heat and humidity and putting in a very good effort. Marshfield will travel and return the favor back to Sparta later this season. It's either their last or second to last regular season game before the playoffs. That ball by Donahue hit up the middle, and that'll get through for a single. Nice piece of work there by Jack Donahue. I mentioned earlier, Donahue in the infield. He's got a right elbow flare-up, is what we'll call it. He's pitched fairly steadily for the Chaparrals this year. Pitched a little bit last year, too. But with the elbow condition he's got, been playing some first base out there for the Chaparrals. Doing a nice job, and of course, as we see there, doing a nice job from the plate, too. Jason Kurth now in. He started that wild inning an inning ago. That led to 3 runs and a handful of errors by Sparta. The ball misses outside. Got an RBI to his credit as he sack fly back in the bottom of the third. Pitch here inside and a ball. So doing pretty good work here today is Kurth, DHing. Haven't seen a lot of Kurth yet this year. Well, we've seen him a few times here now tonight. Low for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes to Kurth. Taking all the way is Kurth and sees a strike sail in just above the knees. Total darkness now here at Hackman. Been that way for about the past 40 minutes or so. That ball in the dirt and a 5-pitch walk issued to Kurth. It's going to move Donahue to second and bring up Austin Littman, starting shortstop for Marshfield. I almost sent water all over the production booth here. Yikes. Littman, first pitch swinging down to close at third. He's going to go to second. Ritter for 1, and they won't be able to beat the speedy Littman. On the wild throw, Donahue will come around to score and make it 5-1 Marshfield. Ball hit there, and that'll get down. A looping single by Justin Rayburn moves Littman over to second.
Left fielder number 1, Nate McDonald.
All right, after some scoring complications there, we got that all ironed out. So again, there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Littman on second, Rayburn on first. Nate McDonald now steps in. Donahue scored just 2 batters ago to make it 5-1 Marshfield. They've now scored in back-to-back innings. Littman dancing around second base, and McDonald swings through the first one. Littman doing what he can to keep the infielders out of position as he hops, dances, and prances over just to the right is second base. Checks behind him. Shortstop laying in there, messing back with him, and that ball outside for ball one. Interesting battle sometimes between the shortstop and the second base runner. A lot of games going on out there. Most times nobody's really serious about doing anything. That ball roped into center field. That's going to get down. Littman flies around third base. He heads to home. There's a play at the plate, and he is out. Littman with a big turn around third. He had the wheels to do it, but a better throw by Canal guns him down at home. Marshfield does score one. We go to the top of the eighth. Marshfield 5, Sparta 1. Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
For $150.
There we go. All right, again, nice play there. Out in center field by Canal, getting that ball and gunning down probably the fastest chaparral on the team right now, Austin Littman. Littman came flying around third base. I would have predicted he would have scored, but I'll tell you. At the conclusion of this game, we'll talk to Coach Justin Rayburn, and at this point, it looks like a player of the game, also from the Chaparrals. We'll talk to both in the Wheelers Chevrolet postgame show.
953-396.
And make sure to check out the Zaleski Sports Show, airing Wednesdays at 5:30. Wednesday this week is 4th of July, so we'll have our special 4th of July show. And you can check that out on Facebook at Zaleski Sports Show. Focus on Marshfield and Charter Cable Channel 989. And we'll be filming again from Taqueria El Sol, located right on 17th and South Central Avenue in Marshfield. Lots of good food at Taqueria El Sol, margaritas, beer selection, soda, anything you could want out there. Had a really good steak burrito there on Wednesday. Chips and salsa, all the stuff you can ever want there, and they got it for you at Taqueria El Sol, again on the corner of 17th Street and South Central Avenue in Marshfield. So close in the batter's box, third baseman for Sparta. Got a couple errors attached to his name today, and he rips that one foul right between Wirtz's legs and off of home plate umpire Mike Butke's shin guard. That's why they wear those. And a couple errors, though, for Close, and 3 of those runs attached to his name on the score sheet as he bangs that one to Pills at second. Pills eats it up there, double clutches, and over to Donahue for out number 1.
Number 33, designated hitter, Dustin Warner.
Dustin Warner now for Sparta, 1 for 3 today. A single in his last at-bat, his first hit of the game. Getting 6 hits by Sparta today. 1 run, and that run unearned as Schwanenbeck booted one over towards third base as he charged in a ground ball on what could have been a third out. Instead, scored a run for Sparta. Their only run of the game. Marshfield leads 5-1. And pitch number 100 for Ryan Metz here is a ball on the outside of the plate. Strike there. Again, Metz still stands on 7 strikeouts today. Excellent effort here by Ryan Metz. See if he's able to go the distance as strike there, even though that was dropped by Wirtz. Still a strike called, and quickly the count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, solid effort being put in here by the Chaparrals. They're missing a couple guys. Again, Lucius Messerschmidt over coaching his American Legion post 54 Marshfield Blue Devils as strikeout number 8 by Ryan Metz there. Swinging strikeout this time. As the Marshfield Blue Devils collected win number 11 in a row, and I'm being told that's a club record for the Marshfield Blue Devils. Nice job there, and they continue their Minnesota tournament tomorrow. So regular first baseman Messerschmidt out, and then Riley Erickson, all-season catcher for the Chaparrals, also missing today. So Chaps still able to put 5 up on the board. Ball high there. Without those 2 bats, they were, though, lifted up by the return of Kyle Westhouse, right fielder for the Chaparrals. Had a pretty nice day today, as that one here is muscled into shallow right. Pills over and under that one for out number 3. So Sparta goes down here in the top of the 8th. 1-2-3. Score remains Marshfield 5, Sparta 1.
We want to give Ryan Metz's girlfriend a happy birthday. Keisha's birthday is today.
For Sparta in the top of the 8th inning, no runs, no hits, no errors.
V&H Automotive serves Marshfield and Central Wisconsin with new Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram trucks. Our professional staff of factory-trained sales associates and parts and service personnel are here to serve you. Our business managers use more than a dozen lenders to ensure you the lowest rates anywhere. From Marshfield to Wausau, Wisconsin Rapids to Stevens Point, or Colby to Medford, we are a short drive from anywhere for friendly service and very competitive pricing. Come see V&H Automotive today.
Game sponsor, Citizen State Bank of Loyal.
Back here in the bottom of the 8th inning, Marshfield 5, Sparta 1. Marshfield coming to bat. They'll go Schwanebeck, Wirtz, and Westhouse. Action down in the Chaparral bullpen there as Metz finished up pitch 105, and it looked from here Hunter Korger was warming up. We'll see what happens in the top of the 9th inning, but nice effort by Ryan Metz today. 8 strikeouts, no earned runs. That's a great effort by Ryan Metz here on against a really good Sparta team, and we'll see if Korger or some other pitcher comes in the top of the 9th to close things out for Marshfield. First things first, though, they get to bat here in the bottom of the 8th, and they send a bevy of powerful batters to the plate and a chance for a couple more runs. Again, we've got pitcher 42 throwing his last warm-up pitch, the throw down to short, and we'll be underway shortly here in the bottom of the 8th. Again, I didn't get a roster from Sparta, and that was probably left on the bus that broke down at Fort McCoy. Tough trouble there, but that's what happens. And we will see pinch hitter here, Austin Palachek, come in for Wirtz. And he sees the ball sail in high. Again, Austin was our Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House Player of the Game back on Wednesday night, as he recorded 11 of the 27 Marshfield outs at second base, and he rips that one into right center, over for it, and making the play is Earl. So Palachek goes down. Luke Wirtz will remain in the game here, so just Schwanebeck leaving at third for Palachek. Wirtz 1 for 3 in today's game. Ground out his last at-bat, and he sees a strike on pitch 1 of this 4th at-bat. And still humid out here. It's not as hot. Still plenty humid. That's the humidity being shown on the Little Sprouts Learning Garden radar. Well, that's the way it is, guys. That's summer. That one there, ripped back up the middle for Wirtz. He's on with a 1-out single.
One out, the batter's the right fielder, number 8, Kyle Westhouse.
Kyle Westhouse now steps in. His 4th at-bat. He's 1 for 3, singled back in the 5th inning. Pardon me, the 6th inning. And that 3-run 6th that Marshfield had that really broke this game open. It's 5-1 outside for a ball. And Chaps still have to come in and get 3 more outs in the top of the 9th. That's the thing about baseball. These are untimed games. You must record 27 outs for a win. And 3 outs remain for Sparta to get back in the game. We'll see what happens in the top of the 9th, but for now, business to be handled here in the bottom of the 8th. Wirtz on first, Westhouse up, 1 out. Fouled straight back. Two balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Bunt shown, pulled away, and ball 3 comes in. Here's the 3-1. Contact made as that ball glances foul. Full count now to Westhouse. Yeah, and good quality baseball game being played here at Hackman tonight. We had a pitcher's duel go all the way into the 6th as a walk issued to Westhouse, and back-to-back base runners here after 1 out in the bottom of the 8th for Marshfield. Great pitching by Tim Schneider for... He only had about 75 pitches before he exited, but he looked like he was out of energy. To me, as a swing and a miss there by Pills. I'm sorry, Danny Schneider. Danny looked like he was out of gas during that Marshfield 6th inning. He did come back out in the 7th. Pardon me, he did not come back. So he looked gassed in the 6th. I actually thought they might pull him out during the 6th inning, so that's what my memory's telling me now, is that he stayed a little longer than I thought he would have, or I thought the coach would have let him in. It looked like he was begging off the mound late into that 6th inning. Coach let him finish the 6th and then did not come back in the 7th. Appeal down to the base umpire is not granted. So a ball there, 2 balls, 1 strike. Again, catcher can ask for an appeal. The home plate umpire does not have to give it, and home plate umpire Butke said, no, that was not a swing. I could see it from here. So the 2-1. Inside for ball 3. So again, Westhouse slipped down to first base on a walk after pitcher 42 let the count get away from him, and the counts got away from him here again on Pills. High for a ball, and back-to-back walks here have loaded the bases. Loaded the bases here in the bottom of the 8th inning, and chance now for the Chaparral. In this muggy, humid, tropical night here in Marshfield. And a ball there, so big time trouble here as 9 of the last 11 pitches have been thrown for balls. Still 84 degrees at 9:46 tonight, and here comes another ball. Sparta now in danger of walking in a run. And Jack Donahue not in any hurry to swing at anything here, as big time trouble here on the mound for Sparta. Strike there, so recollects himself and works the count back to 2-1. Donahue, though, still not any pressure to swing here, probably. But he does, and he lifts that one into shallow, just behind second base. Actually didn't even make it to the outfield, so infield fly is called. And Donahue retired.
Now batting for the Chaparrals, number 17, Hunter Korger.
So again, Korger will bat, and I was right. He was the one warming up down in the bullpen. So Korger now bats for himself and will enter the game as pitcher for the Chaparrals as he swings through the first one. So Metz's night is done. 8 strikeouts, 8 complete innings, no earned runs for Ryan Metz. Korger there gets that one on the ground over to short, flips over to Ritter for the force out. And the bases will be left full for Marshfield in the bottom of the 8th. And Korger will turn from first and head to the pitcher's mound. And we will be right back as Marshfield looks to close out Sparta, leading 5-1 in the top of the 9th.
My name is Marissa, and I just finished my junior year in college. It's time for me to buy my first car before I start my senior year and before I start my career search. I clicked on an ad for Wheelers and found a car that was in my budget. I contacted the dealership and they emailed me an appointment for test drive. Test drive day is here. The sales staff was helpful and made sure I was comfortable learning about the car. It only took a few minutes and my credit application was approved. Just a couple of quick signatures and a payment I can afford. My first time buying a car, and it was so simple. Thank you, Wheelers.
They got a Citizen State Bank Stadium blanket and an umbrella for the grand prize, and that's going to go to 116-6531, 6531. Check out Gavin underneath the table for that prize.
Back here to start the top of the 9th at Hackman. And Sparta will go Canal, Langen, and Oldenburg. And it looked like Korger was going to come in. He pinch hit after warming up in the bullpen, but wouldn't you believe it, Ryan Metz remains on the mound looking for a complete game tonight as he's fired 105 pitches for 8 strikeouts. The only run on the scoreboard an error, so no runs given up by Metz. So interesting decision there by Coach Rayburn to bat the warmed-up pitcher Korger and then send starting pitcher Metz back to the mound. Must feel confident in Ryan to come in and finish this game as Marshfield leads 5-1. The Wheelers Chevrolet postgame show will follow the conclusion of this game, perhaps after 3 outs here in the top of the 9th, should Sparta not be able to muster 4 runs. And at the conclusion, the Wheelers postgame show will feature an interview with Chaparral head coach Justin Rayburn, and we will pick a player of the game. I already know who it is, but we'll keep you guessing on that one. You probably know who it is, too. Low and in the dirt for ball 1 to Canal. Again, Canal with a nice play here a couple innings ago, gunning down Austin Littman on his way to home. Won't see many nicer plays than that in amateur baseball here in Wisconsin. That one is line drive out to Jack Donahue and out number 1. 2 outs left for Sparta. Donahue never moved. He just lifted his glove and said, "You're out." Langen now steps in for Sparta. Langen 1 for 3 today. And pops that one up and out of play towards the batting cages right there. And right into a mix of about 11 kids all running for the ball. And picked up by the biggest kid. And I tell you what, a little bit of sportsmanship going out there. And the gaggle of kids, he gave it to a kid smaller than him. So nice job there. Is strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Metz, again, still keeping up a pretty quick pace. Still into the 9th inning. Has been standing on the mound now for 2 hours. Pretty quick game. Strike 3 swinging. How about strikeout number 9 for number 9, Ryan Metz.
2 outs in the batter is the left fielder, number 16, Tanner Oldenburg.
Sparta down to their last out. Tanner Oldenburg, 0 for 3 today. See if he can start a 2-out rally for the Millers. Never been to Sparta, folks? Head on down. Lots to do down there. Biking trail, hills, hiking. All kinds of nice stuff there, and a strike on the inside corner. Oldenburg quickly down, no balls, 1 strike. Here's the 0-1. Low, ball 1. So again, Sparta 1 out left here in this game as they trail 5-1 in the top of the 9th. Mets looking to put an end to the game. Ball there. Ground ball here would do it. Mets throws one near the ground. 3-1 now to Oldenburg. Earl on deck. Here's the 3-1. Strike there, so full count, and Sparta now with their last strike in the top of the 9th inning. Mets on pitch 116. Here's the 3-2. Chop foul. Oldenburg will see one more pitch from Mets. And we're just a tick over 2 hours here on the run time on this game. Marshfield up 5-1, full count here with 2 outs. Here it is. That ball ripped into center field. That'll drop in for a hit. 1 hops to Rayburn, and a 2-out hit by Oldenburg.
Right fielder, number 2, Zach Earl.
Zach Earl now 1 for 3 today. Singled his last time up. He got one over the head of Bobby Pills on second. Landed that in short, shallow right center field. Fouled back, strike 1. Should Earl reach back to the top of the order to Tim Schneider. Mets checks on the runner at first. Turns, fires home. Strike there, so 0-2. And for the second time here in the 9th inning, Sparta down to their last strike. Mets will fire in pitch 120. 8 strikeouts for Mets, looking for a strike here to end this game. Time called behind the plate. Mets will regather on the mound. Checks on Oldenburg. Looks in, the throw home, high. Oldenburg steals second. Stolen base there, so Sparta puts a runner in scoring position. They're down 4. That run doesn't matter. Metz is not going to care about that. Instead, he cares about the 1-2. And here it is. Strike 3, looking on the outside corner. Ryan Metz with strikeout number 10. And the Marshfield Chaparrals take down Sparta 5-1. What an outing tonight by Ryan Metz. And again, stay tuned for the Wheelers post-game show. We will talk to head coach Justin Rayburn in our Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House. Player of the game, Ryan Metz. All that coming up and more after this.
Chaparrals will not be it. We'll return to Gary.
Welcome to the Zaleski Sports Show. I'm your host, Rachel.
Hey, welcome to Coach on the Couch. I'm your host, Jason Zaleski.
It's time for the Zaleski Sports Show 3 to C.
I'm in the house.
I'm in the house.
He's in the house.
He's in the house.
Have a great week, everyone.
Go Sports! From the family at Nasonville Dairy, thank you for watching this presentation of live high school sports. Nasonville Dairy is over 125 years in the making and has been supporting Wisconsin sports for just as long. Nasonville Dairy supports 180 family farms throughout Wisconsin and is committed to supporting local dairy farmers and all the student athletes in central Wisconsin and beyond. NasonvilleDairy.com.
Cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers Cheese, Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda, Edam, and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chaps Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chaps Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chaps Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids. V&H Automotive serves Marshfield and central Wisconsin with new Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram trucks. Our professional staff of factory-trained sales associates and parts and service personnel are here to serve you. Our business managers use more than a dozen lenders to ensure you the lowest rates anywhere. From Marshfield to Wausau, Wisconsin Rapids to Stevens Point, or Colby to Medford, we are a short drive from anywhere for friendly service and very competitive pricing. Come see V&H Automotive today.
My name is Marissa, and I just finished my junior year in college. It's time for me to buy my first car before I start my senior year and before I start my career search. I clicked on an ad for Wheelers and found a car that was in my budget. I contacted the dealership and they emailed me an appointment for test drive. Test drive day is here. The sales staff was helpful and made sure I was comfortable learning about the car. It only took a few minutes and my credit application was approved. Just a couple of quick signatures and a payment I can afford. My first time buying a car, and it was so simple. Thank you, Wheelers.
I looked over there. So, all right, we're good here. So, Wheelers post-game show. We are here with head coach Justin Rayburn. Coach, 5-1 win. You told us about Sparta. They are a good team. You let us know about that on Wednesday. You came in here and took care of business tonight. Just thoughts on the 5-1 win?
I'd give most of the credit to Ryan Metz. For Ryan to come out and hold Sparta to one run, that's a heck of a pitching performance, and he went the whole game too. So he really had a gutty performance, and that's the key there.
Danny Schneider, nice work for Sparta tonight. A couple of errors out on third base, really let loose the game in the bottom of the sixth inning. Just talk about scoring 3 runs there and capitalizing even when the defense on the other side makes mistakes.
Yeah, we kind of manufactured a few runs. I think we had like a ground ball to get a runner over to third, then we had a sac fly to score him. So we manufactured one, and then I think we did the same thing again later. And then we started stringing some hits together. But in a game where it's tight like this and both pitchers are pitching well, that momentum and getting those first few runs is pretty big.
Lucius out with his American Legion team over in Minnesota. They won today, by the way, 11 wins in a row for the Marshfield Blue Devils. That's pretty good stuff. And then Riley Erickson missing today. Do you expect Riley back this season?
Yeah, Riley's on vacation, I think, for just this week, so he'll be back. He's going to miss, I think, Monday's game and the next one, then he'll be back.
Somebody should tell that kid we got baseball going on here. Vacation when it's done, right? Yeah. Right. Yeah. Nice job tonight, Coach. I think Ryan's back here, so we'll see you guys during the next game.
Thanks.
All right, we'll talk to our Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House player of the game, Ryan Metz, here as Ryan strolls in, and I mean, you probably got to have an ice pack somewhere, or an IV, or.
I don't have ice anymore.
Man, oh man, what an effort tonight! 10 strikeouts, including the last one, your 10th strikeout of the night. How do you grade your performance on a night like tonight?
I thought it was pretty good. It was a pretty good team win overall. Usually I don't strike out this many guys, so usually I let the defense work, which I did for the most part. Our defense picked it up. One error, and it was a tough play, so it's a good team win.
Yeah, Kurth with a sac fly back in the bottom of the third. It turns out that's all you needed, but you got a few more. Just talk about your relief as you saw those runs come in as you were sitting on the bench.
Oh, it makes it a lot easier to pitch. I mean, pitching with a lead, you're not worried about spotting your balls perfect. Just get it over the plate and make him hit the ball. So.
Yeah, Korger was warming up back in the 8th inning. He actually came in to hit for the DH spot. We thought he was coming in. Did you talk Justin out of that and stay in the 9th?
No, he pretty much said it was mine if I wanted it, so.
And came in and shut one more down. So, man, what a performance here by Ryan Metz. Nice job there. Trevor, going to go to commercial? No? Keep going, okay. All right, so I'm in the house, right? Yeah. So you just look right over there at Trevor. I'll give you the microphone. You've seen a couple, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, so just do your best, like I tell everybody. Have fun with it in the house.
All right.
Okay?
I'm in the house.
Nice job tonight, man. Nice job. Way to go. All right, guys, that'll do it here for the Wheelers Chevrolet postgame show. Again, Wheelers 7 locations across central Wisconsin, including 5 dealerships to pick your next new car. That's at wheelersgm.com. Guys, we got a pretty good schedule next week. We'll be back here at Hackman on Monday and Tuesday for those Marshfield Blue Devils. Again, winners of 11 straight. They've got a couple more in their tournament going on over to Minnesota. The Chaparrals move to 10-1 overall. They're winners of 8 straight as well. So Marshfield baseball with 19 consecutive wins. We'll see you next time.